What is up, party people? It's your boy with another ANKr video and a little mini wine lesson. We're going to build up on yesterday's wine topic and then we'll get on to ANKr. So, you walk into Total Wine and you're overwhelmed by the amount of choices that you have, and you're like, I don't know which one's good, I don't know which one's bad. Is it pricier better or what? So, I'm going to teach you a little hack. So, we're going to build up what we learned yesterday on the wine component. So we got two wines here, right? And lots of times people will go into a shop and they're like, I don't know which one to pick. I'll pick this one because it's got a prettier label. This one, it looks like they just slapped something on there and there's not much to it. But I'm going to tell you something. There are countries where labeling laws are very strict because they try to control the quality of the wine. And so, because of the strict labeling laws and how they are able to produce the wine, what they put on the label is regulated. Here in the USA, it's not as strict, so people can do lots of things. They can make that label look real pretty. Big 6 bourbon aged barrels, pictures of the barrels, a gold stamp. It doesn't mean anything. So this is an American Zinfandel. This is a French Cabernet Sauvignon. And remember yesterday I told you that there are codes in the French wine labels, and if you learn those codes, you start to learn which wine is which, how the quality increases based on the code of the label. But at the very minimal, if you know that it has that AOC, AOP slapped on the label, you got good quality because they have high standards for making a wine. The French take a lot of pride in making a wine, so when we turn this around, it's got the AOP designation, the AOC designation, which means it's met the minimum requirements. And these are laws to make a quality wine. When we go to this guy, it's got a nice picture. And then, remember I told you, there's a lot of stuff you can do in the Americas that you can't do in France? It's been aged in a whiskey barrel, bourbon barrel. And you gotta ask yourself, why did they do that? If you make whiskeys, if you're a whiskey person, you know that they'll take whiskeys when they make it and they'll age it in wine barrels to give your whiskey a little different flavor. And that's common when you make scotch. It's common in whiskey, but it's not common in winemaking. And lots of times, let's say I made a pretty crappy wine. I don't like the taste of it. It's not palatable. It's just nasty. I can do some things that I can't do in France. Like add sugar to it. Throw it in a whiskey barrel to change the flavor profile. So, what do we know with that quick little hack is that this one, it has a simple label, but it's on the back, it's stamped with the AOP designation, which means it's a regulated wine. It's been tested, it's been observed that they meet minimum standards to produce quality wines. So if I see these two wines, I'm going with this one. And I'm not going based on how pretty the label is. So now we're going to talk ANKr. Alright, so I've been I've been looking at proof of work, proof of stake, delegated proof of stake. And, there's been that movement from going from proof of work to moving on to proof of stake, and then people are trying to find something that's better. Some people have worked with proof of authority, and everybody's trying to, tweak proof of stake in a little bit. It's proof of stake, but it's been tweaked a little bit, like they've delegated it. And even with that, there's still bugs. There's no one perfect system. Proof of authority has these benefits, proof of stake has those benefits, proof of work has these benefits. But none of them seem to be perfect. But is there a way to create a hybrid? Take the good stuff and make one. Proof of staking authority. Where you start taking what we know from proof of staking and make it better. A new consensus model that's a hybrid. And I'm wondering, is that something that ANKr could potentially work on? Because something like that could revolutionize blockchain technology, proof of staking authority. And you may be saying, well, how would this affect the coins? Well, you would need ANKr coins to become a validator, about 100K ANKr tokens. And if you can come up with 100K, you can be a validator. And now we have a consensus mechanism that's faster, safer, and more secure. You know, it's faster, safer, more secure, and scalable. Proof of staking authority. Is that something that ANKr is working on? I don't know. I'm not an insider, but I can see ANKr working on something like that. And time will tell. And until next time, guys, peace out. Safe investing.